Hello and welcome to today's episode of Meditation with King Carlton. Today I want to revisit gratitude in our meditative session. I was just having an experience, as is every moment that I have, but I was just having an experience where I don't know, like we carry an expectation of things often that is actually providing a weight onto that situation and its event, like the tone of that event. So we tend to have an expectation for so many things in our lives throughout the day, whether it is getting to work on time and feeling good about that, or having a certain amount of money in our bank account on that day, or just having an expectation from situations and their outcomes and their goings on and happenings and current situation, if you will. And I think what holding an expectation does is make room for disappointment when the expectation does not happen. And this is such a major effect. I mean, the more we hold into expectation and expect something to go our way, quote unquote, the more, I suppose, you may be nitpicking the situation, or just be a person that maybe very outcome driven. You begin to make a situation for yourself. You begin to make a situation for yourself that is prone to disappointment. Because if you're not able to receive what it is that you're expecting, then you are disappointed. And you may think, okay, Carlton, well, if I don't hold an expectation for a thing event to turn out the way I expected, then I may just have no expectation for life. I may not have the outcome that I want in my life. And there's so many things to say about that. Firstly, technically either way, we may not have our expectation for life come true. Oftentimes we expect one thing and we get another thing. We don't often know exactly what it is we receive, is what I'm saying. And in actually just going through thing events from your past, which is a Zen term or expression, but referring to thing or event. So when we place a lot of I'm just going to take a deep breath even now, just to collect and gather this information. I'm very excited to bring to you, since it was just something that a realization that I just had, and just revisited and strengthened, I would say, as well. When we have a holding into expectations on things or events, we tend to leave ourselves prone to expectations being disappointed by the outcome. And there's a concept of releasing oneself from expectation, which would be an example affirmation. I release myself from expectation. And the first time I came across this affirmation, I was like, "Ooh, that sounds like things could just be too all over the place," because I'm not holding into such a tight expectation of what I need an outcome to be. Obviously, we must need it to be a certain way. If we're holding so deeply into an expectation, then we must be in some kind of urgent need for that expectation to arrive. So we've also placed ourselves into a sense of urgency, and possibly a sentiment of lack, because you need something so bad. This outcome, this expectation, you need it so bad. So now you're stressed about it. You are anxious about it because you need it so bad. But when I first came across that terminology, or that concept rather, in affirmation form, I was worried about that again, as I mentioned. If I'm not expecting an expectation, then what can I expect? So the cool thing about life is you have to sometimes just try things out to know, or you won't know. So in trying the I release myself from expectation affirmation, what I found is better things than I expected happened, beyond my expectation had happened, because I wasn't holding a expectation from a limited point of view. I wasn't holding an expectation at all. So beyond what my expectations that might have been held was able to happen. I think as well, daily gratitude practice, holding gratitude tones, feeling tones, is a great way to make sure that your intention and your mindset is already, knowing what gratitude feels like for you. So when you're doing your affirmative work, you're not going to program your brain into a hole of negativity. You practice gratitude every day, so all of your affirmations are always to your highest good, and any affirmation is always supposed to be to your highest good. It is a psychological, and it's, some folks call it spiritual affirmations, but it's really more of a psychological tool for your brain to function toward the content that it is hearing you say, because you are you, and unlike the news or unlike anyone else, what you tell to yourself is priority to your brain, as in your head. So that's why that's such a powerful thing. And you do want to clear doubt and fear and worry out of the way all the time. You and already had done that, but and continue to work on that. But yes, so I give that full explanation, and I think that will help people too, to be able to dive into this affirmation a little bit more confidently than it initially took me, because I released myself from expectation. I'm like, am I giving up? No, you're not giving up. You're giving up your hold onto expectation, which is a lack and limitation minded situation. It's not a really a power move to hold into a centralized or marked expectation, because you should be beyond expectation. So beyond expectation, limitless expectation would be the absence of expectation. So the greatest thing might happen tomorrow. What is it? So there is no content to greatest thing. So you could say that the greatest thing might happen today. That'd be even a good like a good not similar, synonymous vibration to I release myself from expectation. Uh, today a great thing is possible. I don't know. It may put you into the mind frame though of I'm expecting now a great thing to happen. You said I say it's possible. So then you're channeling into the word possibility, meaning it may not, but you are expressing, saying, accepting that it's possible. The greatest thing might happen today. So first we release ourselves from expectation, and then there's just room for so many more things to happen in a tone of gratitude. So this is a little bit longer than I usually do my explanations, but I think there's a lot of information in here about affirmations, and I just definitely did want to go over, how I navigate those. And for people that are new to affirmations or don't do them yet or don't know why people think they're worth anything at all, hopefully that kind of brings you on board to the dynamics of how dynamic it is. It's English, or well, it's whatever language you speak, but it is grammar, it is psychology, it is spirituality. It is not just some trending situation, this last couple years on TikTok, and now everybody's doing it. Like, everybody's doing it, but you have to do it. You have to do it in the right, vibration, in the right spirit to really be getting all the juice from your affirmations. Your affirmations should be teaching you things that you aren't doing to achieve what you affirm. Because if you're not trying your best, I am trying my best, and then you are constantly not trying your best, then you begin to see like, oh, you know what? Well, I could have did this or that, and I am affirming I'm gonna try my best. I'm gonna wake up a little bit earlier tomorrow, or I'm going to incorporate this or that into my routine because I keep affirming. I try my best. So I did it at 8 in the morning, but that time frame around 3 p.m. where I wanted to turn in this document at work, and I needed 15 more minutes. Had I started that document on the train or whatever, I could have been at my best. I see that my best would be, let me, instead of scrolling on TikTok in the morning on the train, let me open my computer if I can for 15 minutes and just because I really want to get this raise. I am attracting money. So they tie into each other, and they kind of work on raising your intellect, consciousness, and just reality in regard to things you want to attain, things you want to affirm. Like, it's not just about attaining it, but again, so those affirmations, it's not just about, oh, these people they're trying to get this person, or the affirmation, they're trying to get something. They want to get something. I mean, again, you want to do your affirmations from a place of reverence and be spiritual about your affirmations, and spirituality is nothing pretentious. A lot of people that are new to it, or maybe even some people that are maybe a little bit old school, but they're not used to that. They think some of this stuff is pretentious and it's outside of the norm. It's not. When you're really engaged properly, your affirmations, again, they're teaching you. They are magnetizing you, because seek and you shall find, ask and you shall receive, right? So it's not outside of that, certainly, because you are now asking for something you want to receive, and you are now seeking through the noticings of, are you aligning with those? Okay, now it seems like it's magnetism all of a sudden, because you are actually adapting psychologically to look for what you ask for, do what you need to do to align with the affirmation, and it then became kind of more of a psychological experiment rather than anything that has to do with it being whimsical or some kind of, like, I don't know, insert superstitious ass statement wherever you need to, but it's certainly not that. Again, certainly if you're doing it in the right spirit, which is a spirit of achievement, forward going, motivation, determination, inspiration. I want to live my life, so I'm affirming something higher for myself. That's what it's for. So, okay, let us begin. I might even split this up, but I'm not going to do that. We're just going to, they'll just have to fast forward to this part. So let me begin here. Low-key, I forgot the affirmation. Oh, this was actually supposed to be a gratitude. This was supposed to be a gratitude one. So in order to incorporate that, I want you to hold a feeling tone. We'll practice feeling tones of gratitude. As I go over the affirmation, I release myself from expectation. So this is kind of a dynamic situation. So you're holding that tone of gratitude. If you ever received something that, I'm so glad to have this, or if you've ever earned something that you're glad that you have. I'm glad I have my laptop. I'm able to record this podcast. I'm grateful for my microphone here that I can sit in front of, and it sounds higher quality because I have the microphone. I'm grateful for that. So I'm that tone for whatever example you have, and you just, in that brief visualization or memory, you are like, oh yeah, I felt like that. Okay, felt, stop on the feeling. That is a tone of gratitude. You're not even saying anything. You're not even doing anything. You don't even have to smile, but you could smile as well, like you're in that brief memory or brief remembering of the moment of gratitude. Feeling, stop. Okay, so we're holding that tone of gratitude, and beginning now our affirmation. I release myself from expectation. 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 He is released from expectation. She is released from expectation. They are released from expectation. We are released from expectation. I am released from expectation. I am released from expectation. I release myself 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 from expectation. He is released from expectation. She is released from expectation. They are released from expectation. We are released from expectation. I release myself from the need of 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 expectation. I release myself from needing expectation. He is released from needing expectation. She is released from needing expectation. They are released from needing expectation. We're released from needing expectation. I have no need for 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 expectation. He has no need for expectation. She has no need for expectation. They have no need for expectation. We have no need for expectation. We are released from the need of expectation. I see no need for 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 expectation. He sees no need for expectation. She sees no need for expectation. We see no need for expectation. We are released from the need of expectation. I am 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 released from the need of expectation. We are released from the need of expectation. We are released from the need of expectation. We are released from the need of expectation. They are released from the need of expectation. He is released from the need of expectation. She is released from the need of expectation. I am released from the need of expectation. I am released from the need of expectation. I have no need for expectation. I feel no need for expectation. I think of no need for expectation. I think of no need for expectation. I think of no need for expectation. He thinks of no need for expectation. She thinks of no need for expectation. They think of no need for expectation. We think of no need for expectation. I am beyond expectation. He is beyond expectation. She is beyond expectation. They are beyond expectation. We are beyond expectation. Life is beyond expectation. Love is beyond expectation. Abundance is beyond expectation. Joy is beyond expectation. Health is beyond expectation. Generosity is beyond expectation. Kindness is beyond expectation. Patience is beyond expectation. Right now is beyond expectation. I feel beyond expectation. What I have is beyond expectation. They're beyond expectation. They are beyond expectation. We are beyond expectation. Peace is beyond expectation. Peace beyond expectation. Agape beyond expectation. Dreams beyond expectation. Purpose beyond expectation. Future beyond expectation. Goals beyond expectation. Being beyond expectation. Knowing beyond expectation. I am beyond expectation. you are beyond expectation. So we become now available to no limitations of expecting. That doesn't mean you stop striving and doing and working, obviously, because then just nothing will happen. But you don't hinge all of it on one, hour, day, year of a thing event and an expectation on it to really get at the overflow of what life can be. So I hope we're able to take that, and I just feel right now, whatever that was worked, something, but I just feel that right now, so in a good way too. So I hope you're feeling something again. Meditations don't always furnish an instant feeling. I do think a certain amount of repetition with mantras, a certain amount of really focused or settled and calm awareness, breathing work before you get into a practice such as that, then you're in the flow of you about to feel something after you do a mantra and intend and sit up in your mood that you're creating for yourself. And I'm just hoping that is very thorough on today's episode, as I feel that. So thank you for tuning in to the show, and have a great day. But don't expect anything, just do it.